Hi family, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for staying on this journey with me. Last time we talked about my decision to start college with the help of brother Kurt, and oh, what a journey it has been. Today I want to share how my first semester went, the good, the challenging, and everything in between. Let's get into it. Moving day was bittersweet. My parents and I packed everything into Kurt's car. My dad was reserved as usual, giving me a firm handshake and a quiet, "Do well, Shoyan." My mom gave me a hug and reminded me to stay close to God, and then Kurt. He stood there leaning against the car with that usual calm smile. "Are you ready for this?" he asked. I nodded, but inside, I wasn't sure I was. The drive to campus was quiet but comfortable. Kurt tried to lighten the mood, joking about how I packed too much. "You know you're not moving to another country, right?" he teased. We laughed, but there was an underlying tension I couldn't shake. Starting this new chapter felt monumental. When we arrived, Kurt helped me unpack. He even stuck around for a bit to make sure I was settled before he left. I remember standing in the doorway, watching him drive away, feeling a strange mix of independence and fear. The first week was overwhelming. New faces, new routines, and the freedom of being away from home. I boarded off campus in a modest house shared with two other girls. They were nice enough, but they had very different lifestyles. Parties, loud music, and let's just say it wasn't my vibe. Every morning, I'd wake up early to pray. It was my way of staying grounded, of reminding myself why I was here. On Sundays, I found a small Pentecostal church nearby. It wasn't like my home church, but it gave me a sense of community, a reminder of what kept me anchored. And then there was Kurt. He checked in regularly, sometimes stopping by with groceries or asking how classes were going. At first, it felt like he was just being helpful, but as the weeks went by, our conversations became deeper. One evening, Kurt called me. "Hey, I'm in the area. Can I drop something off?" he asked. I didn't think much of it and said yes. When he arrived, he handed me a small bag of my favorite snacks. "Thought you could use these," he said with a grin. It was a small gesture, but it meant a lot. We ended up talking in the front yard for over an hour. He shared stories about his college days, his faith, and his dreams. I found myself opening up more than I expected. But then, as the conversation slowed, I felt that familiar pull, the one that made me question everything. Was this just a friendship, or was it becoming something more? After he left, I went inside and prayed. "Lord, help me stay focused. Help me honor you in all I do." It became my nightly prayer, a way of reminding myself to keep my priorities straight. College life wasn't easy. There were moments when I felt out of place, moments when I questioned if I belonged. My roommates often invited me to parties, and while I declined, the pressure was always there. One Friday evening, Kurt called again. "How's school treating you?" he asked. I vented about my struggles, how hard it was to stay focused with so many distractions. He listened, offering encouragement and reminding me of my strength. "You've got this, Shoyan," he said. And for the first time that week, I believed him. One Sunday after church, I was sitting in my room journaling. There was a knock at the door. To my surprise, it was Kurt. He was on his way back from a work trip and decided to stop by. We sat on the porch, sipping lemonade and talking about life. He asked about my classes, my new church, and how I was handling being away from home. It's a lot, I admitted, but I'm learning to trust God more. His response caught me off guard. "You inspire me, Shoyan. Your faith, your determination, it's rare." Those words stayed with me long after he left. As the semester came to an end, I found myself reflecting on how much had changed. I was growing academically, spiritually, and even emotionally. But with that growth came questions about myself, about Kurt, and about the boundaries I needed to set. One evening, as I was journaling, I received a text from Kurt. "I need to talk to you about something important." My heart skipped a beat. What could it be? I guess we'll find out in the next episode.